Nice to have you back, yogis. Today, instead of looking forward, we're going to turn our focus behind us, specifically our glutes and our hamstrings. I recommend a block and maybe a strap for your seated forward fold in the first sequence, and then the rest of the practice will be on the mat. That doesn't mean it will be easy. Make sure that you're listening to your body, that you come out of the poses if you experience any joint pain. Take a break when you need it. Here we go. All right, guys, we're going to start in a standing position. I have to say we're not going to do anything of a warm-up. So if you're not warmed up, make sure you pause the video, come back after you've done some sun salutations, maybe a little bit of stretch. Otherwise, for those of you who are ready to go, we're going to start in chair pose. So toes together, feet a little bit apart. And again, making sure that you have some blocks handy again for this first part, I recommend it. Toes together, feet apart, and we're just going to take a deep breath in. Inhale, sit back into your chair pose. Now squeeze your knees together here, and then I want you to lift up through the chest as you sit back. Now remember, everything is behind the toes here, so you're sitting everything back behind you, lifting the chest. And from here, we're going to get our little bit of Miley Cyrus going. We're find a little twerking motion. So as you exhale, I want you to stick your butt out, create a little back bend. And then as you inhale, take the butt and tuck it under, scooping through the belly. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, put it out. Inhale, scoop it under. Good. Exhale, out. Inhale to scoop. Let's try 2 more of those. Exhale. Inhale, making sure the knees are behind the toes. Last one. Exhale, stick that butt out. Inhale, tucking it under. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, the left foot is going to step behind you. Open out. Find that warrior 2. So take your time to adjust here. And again, focusing on the hips, we're going to pulse through warrior 2 and high lunge. So the front knee stays right where it is. The back hip is going to push forward as you come to your toes. Now squeeze through the inner thighs as well. Exhale out, warrior 2. Inhale, shift the hip forward. Find your high lunge lift. Good. Exhale, warrior 2. Keep that front knee right where it is. Inhale, high lunge. That's 3. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Inhale, lift, high lunge. Making sure the hips open as you exhale. Inhale, push that left hip forward. Hold here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. When you're ready, place your hands on the mat in front of you. Find your left leg lifting. High split here. Standing split. Now square through the hips. You want your hips even here. So if you need to drop that back leg, drop the back leg. Square off through the hips. Use a block if you need it. And then lift that left leg as high as you can. Foot is flexed. You're leading with the heel. So push energy out of that back heel. Now from here, we're going to find 5 lowers. So exhale, lower the leg down towards the standing leg. Inhale, lift high as you can. Keep the hips even. Exhale, take that left foot down. Inhale, lift as high as you can. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Use that hamstring. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. I think this is the last one. Number 5, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Now, find yourself lengthening through the lower back, lifting through the chest. All right, so we'll find that warrior 3, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Let's go for 1 more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Great, yogis. When you're ready, the right hand is going to plant as you open that left hip. So here's where those blocks come in real handy. Place that block underneath the right hand as you lift the left hand, finding that half moon position. Half moon here. Lift and breathe. Now you can choose to stay here. You can go a little bit further. We're going to find 5 toe taps. So as you're ready, you're going to lower the left hip down, even with the right. The left leg comes down towards the standing leg, and you're going to toe tap with the left hand. Inhale, everything lifts back to half moon. Stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips. Exhale, down and tap for 2. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, down and tap. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, down and tap. Last one. Inhale, lift and open. Whoo! And when you're ready, that left leg goes down to the standing leg. Hands plant, and we'll find ourselves sitting back. So hands are going to plant behind you. We'll find ourselves working into that reverse tabletop. So feet are hip width apart, and we're just going to lift the hips and then readjust where you need to. So making sure that the shoulders are under or on top of the wrists and the knees and the feet are stacked. Lift through the hips. So from here, we're going to find ourselves lowering down, lowering the hips, and then inhale to lift. Good, lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. Lift the hips each time. Lower. And lift. Maybe even you're lifting through the chest. Lower. And lift. I've lost count. I think we're going to 10 here. And lift. Let's call that 6. Lower. And lift for 7. Lower. And lift. Lower. Keep lifting the hips as high as you can. This is the last one. Lower. And lift. Good. Well done, yogis. Set your hips down. Here we go. Left, or take the legs out in front first. First, left legs out in front. Okay, take your strap if you need it. We'll find that Paschimottanasana. Inhale to lift the chest. Hips are pushing forward, and you're lengthening down to your mat. Whew. Now notice how tight maybe the right leg is compared to the left. It's all right. Soften down. Find your breath here. One more deep breath in. Maybe lengthen through the lower spine. And then when you're ready, slowly coming back up. Really nice. Right leg long, left leg in. Find your Janu Shirshasana. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, just forward fold here. Good. Breathe here. Whew. Soften everything down. Slow the breath. You got one more hard side. Before we move on, inhale, everything lifts. All right, here we go, round 2. Find that chair pose. So however you choose to get there, toes to touch. We're going to work on squeezing the knees together this time. Same as last. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. When you're ready, inhale again, sitting back into that chair pose. Again, toes and knees. Knees are behind the toes. Lift the chest nice and tall and then sit everything back. You're sitting back into that chair. 5 twerking motions here when you're ready. Exhale, send the butt and back. Arch through the spine. Inhale, pull the hips under. 1. Exhale, twerk backwards. Inhale for 2. Good. Exhale. Inhale, pull it under. Sit a little lower. Sit further back. Exhale. Inhale, pull it under. Lift through the chest. Exhale. Inhale, take a deep breath in. All the weight shifts to the left foot. Right foot gets light. Step back. Find that warrior 2. Really nice, guys. Take a deep breath in. Sit the hips down. Okay, that's shifting between warrior two and high lunge. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. As you inhale, the right hip pushes forward. Find your high lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Exhale, open out. Good. Inhale, high lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs. Right hip goes forward. Exhale, back. Front knee doesn't move. Inhale, lift and squeeze forward. Exhale, open. That's 3. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale, forward. Exhale, open. One more. Inhale, forward. Whoo, hold here, hold here. And when you're ready, hands plant forward. Find your standing split. So again, adjust the hips. Toes are pointing down. Lead with the heel. So flex that back foot. Shoot energy out through the heel. Whew. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lower that leg. Inhale, lift as high as you can. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Good. Inhale, lift, and then lift through the chest. Grow light. Find that warrior 3. You've got 3 breaths here. Now you're shooting energy out of that back foot. So the knee is active. The leg is not spaghetti. It's strong. You're lengthening through the spine here. Crown of the head is moving forward. Hips are even. So drop that right hip even with the left. Last breath. Whoo. And then when you're ready, plant the left hand. Open the hip for that half moon. Now again, use your blocks here. I'm awfully wiggly today. Crown of the head lengthens forward. Stack the hips and the shoulders. And they either stay here, maybe this is enough, or find those toe taps. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, hip drops, leg drops, touch your toe. Good, squaring through the hips, and then inhale, everything opens. Exhale down. That's 2. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Move slower if you need to. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, open. When you're ready, exhale down. Whew. Place both feet on the mat. Find yourself sitting back. We'll find that reverse table. Both hands are behind you and fingers are pointing towards your hips. And remember, the knees and the feet are same line as the hips. So not open, right? Everything is in the same line. When you're ready, inhale, lift the hips nice and high. Readjust. So I always have to readjust my hands and my feet. Here we go. We've got 10. When you're ready, deep breath in, push the hips towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Take your breaks when you need them. Lower. Inhale, that's 3. And lower. Inhaling and lower. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. And lower. That's 5 away. Inhale, lift. This is 6. And down. 7. And down. Keep smiling. And down. You're doing great. Inhale, lift. That's 9. And down. This one is it. Lower down. Good. Both legs out long. 2 breaths in Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lift. Remember to use that strap. Bend your knees or open your legs if you need to. Find any modification to make the practice a little more easier. Take 2 breaths here. Lengthening through the lower back and the spine, chest towards the toes. Good. When you're ready, slowly coming back up. Right leg pulls in. Find that Janu Shirshasana, lifting through the chest. Hips are pushing forward. Flatten up through the lower back. And then when you're ready, soften forward. 3 breaths here. Find your breath. Use that. Use the break for all it's worth. Slowly coming back up to center. And then we'll find ourselves on our hands and knees. So crossing at the ankles. Finding yourself stacking your joints as always. As always. Okay, so the first one we're all going to take from our knees. And then the second exercise, I will give you the option of knees or down dog. But we're going to work on those outsides of the hips here. So just trying to work the outer edge. Okay, so knees are slightly apart here, but hips are even, right? One hip is not higher than the other. What we're going to do is we're going to take the right knee, starting with the right knee, push into both hands, right knee lifts out to the side like you're, a dog at a fire hydrant, and then you're going to slowly kick that right foot out. Good. Bend the knee back right where you came from, and then lower down. You've got 10. Inhale, open, and out on your exhale. Inhale it back. Exhale, lower. That's 2. Inhale. Kick it out. Exhale. Good. Down. That's 3. Lift. Open. Back. Down. Lift. Open. Back. Down. Lift. Kick it out. Back. Down. Lift. Kick it out. Back. Down. Lift. Kick. Back. Down. Last one. Lift. Kick. Back. Down. Good. Now, I want you to take that leg, place it on the mat, and lift up either in down dog or you can stay in all fours position here. Right leg lifts. Now lead with the heel. That means flex the foot, shoot the energy out of the heel and push the ground away. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, I want you to take the knee in and then push the knee out. Lead with the heel. So straight leg. In and out. In and out. That's in and out. 4. In and out. Lead with the heel. 5. Keep pushing. And out for 6. And out for 7. Make your downward dog strong. Don't get lazy. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Good. Now, take that leg and drop it right by the standing foot. Inhale, the leg lifts long. Keep it straight and down. We're just lengthening up and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Lift. And down. Lift. Down dog or all fours, it doesn't matter. Lift. I think that's 5. Lift. 6. And down. 7. And down. 8. And down. 9. Good. Last one. Lift. And when you're ready, come down to all fours if you're not there already. Right leg steps forward. Let's find a little opening of the outer hip. Take those toes out to the side, 45 degrees, and then just lower and sink. Whew. Use this as your rest. Use this as your rest. So again, use your blocks to lift yourself up. Maybe find a twist, maybe lower down. If you want to bind up the back foot as well, that option is available. But just use this as a break. Breathing in and breathing out, just letting the breath come as it needs to. but you're also actively trying to slow that breath down. Coming back to a little bit of composure. Slow, slow, slow. Maybe just take this time to notice how you're talking to yourself too. Are you actively trying to cheer yourself on? Are you being positive throughout the practice? Or you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so over it. Last breath here. When you're ready, slowly release whatever pose you had. Hand underneath the shoulders. We'll find ourselves back in all fours position. Let's just shake the hips from side to side here because it feels really nice. Second side. Are you ready to go? Okay, here we go. We got those fire hydrants first with the kickouts. So I'm going to scooch myself over so I don't kick the window here. All right, when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Push the ground away as you inhale. Lift the left knee. Slowly kicking it out, back, and down. That's one. Lift, kick, back, and down. That's two. Lift, kick, back, and down. Lift, kick, back, and down. Lift, kick, back, and down. That's five. Halfway done. Now notice what your shoulders are doing here. Are you pushing through both hands evenly? Or are you dumping weight in one hand? Lift, kick, out, down. That's seven. Lift, kick, back, down. Eight. Lift, kick, back. Nine. Lift, kick, back. 10. Okay, so you're either staying here on all fours or you're curling your toes under. Find your downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Lead with the heel. The leg is straight. The kneecap is lifted, so it's an active. Find a nice downward facing dog. Don't get lazy in your shoulders. Deep breath in. Knee pulls into the chest, and then lead with the heel. Kick it out. 1. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, kick out. 2. In. 3. In. 4. Kick out. 5. 6. Keep breathing. 7. You can drop to your knees. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Now straight leg. Lower the straight leg down to the standing foot. Lift for 1. 2. Use the strength of your leg rather than just flinging it up there. 4. 5. Keep the toe pointing down towards the ground. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Well done. Everything comes back down. Let's find that lizard on the left side. Left foot steps forward, toes move out 45, sink the hips where you need to go. Whew. All right, take any modification or maybe a new one. Just find that breath. Just wait for that next wave of inhale and exhale. That's all you need to think about right now. Breathing in. Breathing out. I'm breathing hard. It's a hard workout. So just be kind to yourself. Couple more breaths. Slow everything down. One last push. One last sequence. And again, you can come out of these poses at any time. Instead of going for the full 10, maybe you're just working towards 5. It's all right. All right, coming back up, hands underneath you. And we'll find ourselves on our butts again. So sitting back, legs come forward. Finding that bridge pulse. One more time, except this time we're going to see if we can do 5 with a leg lift. So, finding your reverse tabletop. Find it here. And then we're going to lift the right leg. Lower down and lift. Down and lift. Down and lift. That's 3. Down. Stick with it. 4. Down. 5. Well done. Set the hips down. Roll over to the right side. You're on your right forearm here. We're going to find a little bit of Vashisthasana. So push the ground away. Stack the feet if you can. We're going to go a little further here by lifting that top foot. I'm going to count you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. So lower the hips. We're going to still keep that leg. Inhale, lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're only going to 10. 6. You're halfway there already. 7. Keep pushing the ground away with that elbow. 9 and 10. Well done. Whew. So let's get the other side done before we take our break. Coming back into your reverse tabletop here. Whew. When you're ready, inhale, lift the hips, readjust if you need to. This time the left leg is lifted. Here we go. Lift the hips down and lift for 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Well done. Lower the hips. I'm going to come onto my left side. I still like looking at you all. Even though I can't see you, I'm imagining you out there. Okay, we're on our left side. Vashisthasana. Shoulder right on top of the elbow. Lift the hips nice and high. Stack the feet if you can. And then we're going to lift the top leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips, lower the leg and pulse. 10, 9. Keep the foot flex. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Congratulations. Coming back to your all fours position, just shake the hips side to side. Let's find a nice pigeon on both sides. I'm sure your hips are really feeling that one. So let's start with the right leg. Right foot comes forward, or if you want to come into down dog, if you like coming into pigeon from down dog, you can find that option too. Left or right foot goes over to the left side of your mat. The right foot stays flexed. You're on the top of that back thigh. Take a few breaths here. Now, remember that we just worked all those muscles. They're really tight. So if you're someone who can go down into pigeon really easily and you're having trouble, don't worry about it. Everything's all fired up right now. So it might take you a little longer to get down into pigeon than normal. Doesn't matter. You've got plenty of time here. We're going to take a couple breaths. And we might actually find a twist here as well. Sometimes I like twisting through my pigeon. So just soften everything down. Eyes are closed. Know that all that hard work is done. You made it through. And we're just slightly slowing everything down. Okay, so for those of you who want to go a little deeper, we're going to find a little bit of a twist. So that right elbow is going to come inside the right instep of your foot, or maybe you're working down to the tricep, and just find a nice twist here. Prayer hands. Maybe you're looking over that top left shoulder. If it's not comfortable, don't worry about it. We're going to soften down. Let that hip open up. One more breath. And then ready slowly to walk yourself out. So shoulders under, or hands underneath the shoulders, and then just step that foot back. All fours position or down dog, doesn't matter. Shake the hips out. We're just going to take the left hand side. So again, from downward facing dog or all fours position for that matter, left foot comes forward, left foot towards the right side of your mat, set the shin down. Now ideally, your shin wants to be parallel with the top of your mat. But if your foot is working in towards your hips, that's okay as well, making sure that you're on top of the thigh and not rolling down towards the left hip. So again, just be nice to yourself. Take a few breaths to get where you need to be. My hips are super tight. Maybe find a little wiggle if it feels good. And then finding the deepest depth of your pigeon. We'll take a few breaths there before we move on to that twist. And then if you're going to take that twist, the left elbow goes inside that left instep of your foot, or maybe you're working in towards the tricep, hands prayer, and then top hand pushes in the bottom hand to kind of lift you and rotate you, just like with any other prayer twist that I teach. Not trying to sink in, but finding length. And then of course the crown of the head is always lengthening forward too, no matter where you are. If you've got your chest down to the floor, always try to lengthen the spine. Think about flattening the lower belly, not just the chest. So lengthening forward and down. And then, of course, softening into that left hip. Just take one more breath. And then as you're ready, slowly coming out of that pose, we'll take both legs forward. Give them a nice little shake. Maybe smile to yourself. And we'll find ourselves just in an easy cross-legged seat to close out class today. If you're ready for that Shavasana, find that Shavasana here. Otherwise, sitting up nice and tall, we'll take 2 breaths in. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Good, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Have a great day, yogis. Great job. Namaste.